know. Right, the other thing we can do is subtract areas. Take a chunk out of something. So if we're looking at this one, and we have a square in the center and a circle on the outside. It says find the shaded area. I'm assuming this is supposed to be shaded. Right here. So notice the area we want is the part that's left over after we cut the square out. So what we're going to do is find the area of the circle and then take out of it, so subtract from it, the area of the square. And that will leave us with just those little arcs on the outside. That means we have to find the area of the circle and we have to find the area of the square. And that requires some information that they've claimed to have done in the past. If you did the first semester of geometry, it may have been a while. So I'll review just a little, some of the key things for this one. The circle is going to be easy. They gave us the diameter. It's the square that's going to be the tough part. So notice they gave us the diagonal of that square. And we know it's a square because all the sides are marked congruent. When you have a square, if you have the diagonal, one way to find the side is to take the diagonal and divide it by the square root of 2. I know that sounds funny, but that's how it works. Okay, and it's from the 45, 45, 90 triangles that we did in the first semester of geometry. That's where it comes from. But if you just want to write that down in this down in your notes, it'll work. So we're going to take the number 8, divide it by the square root of 2. When I do that, I get about 5.6. Or 5.7 actually if I round. Okay, so that tells me the lengths of my sides on my square are 5.7, 5.7. Okay, so the area of my square, area of a square, you do side times the side. So we're taking 5.7 times 5.7. And that gives me 32.5 about. Okay, so right around 32. When we find the area of that circle, finding the area of a circle is, again, pi times the radius squared. All the way across is 8. The radius is only halfway across, so the radius would be 4. So we're doing pi times 4 squared. 4 squared, or 4 times 4 is 16. Sixteen times pi gives me, again, about 50.3. Okay? Again, we want just the shaded area, so we're going to take that area of the circle, subtract from it the area of the square. So we're taking the circle, removing the square from inside of it. And when we do, we get about 17.8. And depending on how you did your rounding, yours may be off just a bit, but it will be fairly close to that answer. Okay, this one, once again, wants me to find the shaded area. So again, what do we have here? We have a rectangle with a circle cut out of it. So again, we're going to find this, we're going to take the rectangle and we are going to take the circle out of it, so we're going to subtract the circle. We need to find the area of each of those. So for a rectangle, its area is length times width. In this case, our length is 12, our width is 4, and 12 times 4 is 48. For the circle, we have done that a lot, so hopefully we remember its area is pi times the radius squared. So we have pi, our radius all the way across is 4. Remember the radius is only halfway across, so half of 4 would just be 2. So we're doing pi times 2 squared. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. And then just take out your calculator and do 4 times, did you have a question? Pi. Oh, okay. And we get about 12.6. So to answer our question, we take the area of the rectangle, which was 48 square centimeters, minus the area of the circle, which was 12.6, and we get 35.4.